Delicious. You're gonna love them. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Steve's Kitchen. What I got you guys here today is it's a kind of like it's a dessert, all right? But it's not really, you think of dessert, you think a whole shit ton of sugar and so many calories, and I can't eat all day because I know I'm gonna have dessert tonight. But so what I came up with, I was just sitting around today, and I'm like, I haven't had a dessert where, when people eat dessert and stuff, and they're all like, damn, I shouldn't have ate that. Like, man, now I gotta go work out for 3 days, and this and that and the other thing and whatever. But what I got for you guys today is a little healthy dessert. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but basically they're gonna be no bake, peanut butter, healthy, they're gonna be in little balls. We're gonna, you can flatten them, you can do whatever you want with them. You can make basically no bake cookies, all right? Peanut butter style, a little bit of oatmeal and stuff. What we got in it? Oatmeal, we're gonna use a cup of this. We got flax meal, really good for you guys. Flaxseed, peanut butter, can't go wrong with the peanut butter. We have light pancake syrup. Now, the serving size in this is a 1/4 cup. We're not going to use that much. In a 1/4 cup, we have 24 grams of sugar. So we're not going to use the entire thing. You're going to be close, maybe like 20, something like that, grams of sugar. And then vanilla extract, just for that little taste. So besides the ingredients, guys, you're going to need a bowl to mix it all in. You're going to have a measuring cup up to a cup. You're going to have our fork to mix it all, and our tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of the vanilla extract when we get to it. Alright, so I haven't tried these yet. I haven't made them yet. I know what we're going to put in there, so we're just going to mess around with it. We're going to mix it up. We're going to have some fun with it, and then we're going to enjoy them after, alright? So first thing we're going to do, you're going to take your measuring cup, Quaker Oats. You're going to do 1 cup Quaker Oats. So 1 cup of that. Your oatmeal, guys, in 1/2 cup oatmeal, you're gonna get 27 grams carbohydrates, no sodium, 3 grams of fat, 5 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber, and 150 calories. So basically you're just gonna double that. But then with these guys, you see all these ingredients, you're like, oh man, that's way too many carbs, or was way too many grams of sugar in the syrup, and too many calories, too many this and that. Well, I don't know how many. I'm gonna make them into balls. I don't know how many I'm gonna make with this. We'll see at the end. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna add up all these macronutrients, and then you're gonna divide it by how many balls or cookies or whatever you guys want to do with it. Divide it by that and be like, okay, here's my exact macronutrients for this cookie or this ball, right? So don't be overwhelmed. Be like, wow, man, that's like 50-60 grams of carbohydrates just in the oatmeal. Don't worry about that, because you're gonna split it all up at the end, and then you can figure out your macros, right? So a cup of oatmeal in there. Next I'm gonna put in the peanut butter, because I don't want to put all the soft stuff on the bottom and then have to scoop under it and cook and mix it all up, right? So what you're gonna do is a 1/2 cup, as close as you can. I know I got the creamy kind. You guys can get that natural one, no sodium and that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna stick with this because I don't have as much of the all natural peanut butter that I would put in here. If I had a lot of it, I would put it in. So I'm gonna I'm gonna get as close as I can to 1/2 cup of this. And don't worry about getting it on your hands, because you're just gonna lick it off. Don't act like you're not gonna. So try to get 1/2 cup of peanut butter in there. That's close enough. Alright, so 1/2 cup peanut butter there. You never get it off. Probably use a spoon, but whatever. It's all going the same place. Alright. So a half cup of peanut butter. Next, you get your flaxseed. Alright. Flaxseed's really good. What do we got in here? We got another 4 grams of fiber, just like the oatmeal. This is only in 2 tablespoons. 60 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, but it's basically all polyunsaturated, monounsaturated. So it's a healthy fat. It's going to be able to break down. It's not that saturated fat. And the thing with fat, guys, is when you hear the terms saturated fat and unsaturated fat, unsaturated fat, well, the thing is, a fat molecule, right, when you hear saturated, it's entirely covered in fat. So basically, it can't break it down. Now, a unsaturated fat and a monounsaturated fat is a fat that is not entirely covered. Monounsaturated being one, it has one of those molecules missing around the fat. Poly is more than one molecule that's missing in the fat. So when you guys hear those terms, if you don't know what that means, that's exactly what it means, all right? So we're gonna do 1/2 cup of this flaxseed. So 1/2 cup. Now I already have the peanut butter in there, so it's gonna stick. That's okay. All right, so right after that, next what we're gonna do, we're gonna take 1/3 of a cup of your pancake syrup, maple syrup. You can also, if you guys want to do this, if you guys don't want the pancake syrup, you guys get the honey. You use the natural honey. Doesn't matter, whatever you guys want, maple syrup, honey, either or. So 1/3 of a cup. Third cup. All right, now gotta get it all out. And all this stuff, you don't have to cook it. So basically, you can just lick it off the spoon if you wanted to. All right, so all that's done. Now we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. All right. Now we just have a mess. So right after that, guys, like I said, we have just a mess of this stuff, all right? So that's why I use a fork, and it's gonna mix up relatively easy because you got your, obviously the peanut butter, the oats are gonna stick together, the syrup's sticky, the vanilla extract's gonna get hard. So it's just gonna take a minute to mix it all up. And once it's mixed, we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for probably about 25 minutes. Like, see, it's already hard, all of it. You just wanna make sure that that peanut butter is spread out. So it's really easy, guys. This was all, what'd that take? Between me talking, probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Alright, so probably the easiest thing you'll ever do, if you look at it, you could just probably eat it just like this. So we got the oatmeal, the flax meal, that's all that brown stuff. The peanut butter's mixed up in there, vanilla extract, pancake syrup. Oh, it smells delicious too. So we got all this stuff in there right now. Like I said, don't be overwhelmed by all the macronutrients in here. We're just gonna put it in the refrigerator, 20-25 minutes, give or take. It just has to be hard enough. Like it's hard right now, but you just want to cool it down, kind of like freeze it, because all we're gonna do is we're gonna make them into little balls. Then you can flatten them. You can do whatever you want with them. And then we're gonna put them on some wax paper, put them on a plate, and then enjoy them. All right. So 20-25 minutes in the refrigerator. Take them out, roll them up. All right. So we'll see you then. All right, guys. All done. Now, I was sitting around waiting for this to get done, and I had this idea. I can't do it now, but you can do it before all this. So when you put your oats in there, if you guys want, take a scoop of protein, take a scoop, whatever, I don't know, probably chocolate would probably be the best. Chocolate in here with that peanut butter and stuff. Put a scoop of protein in here, and with all the other stuff, mix that up. You know, you probably have, you know, a couple grams of protein per cookie or whatever. So try that next time. But see, it's hard. It's not coming out. It's all perfect. So what we're gonna do is, I need a plate and some, I guess you guys could put wax paper down if you want. It doesn't really matter. But what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna grab some and you're just gonna kind of make a ball with your hands. Just like that, see? Comes right together. Looks good, doesn't it? So, I don't know how many these are gonna make, but we'll see what happens depending on what size you make. Another thing you guys want to do is what I just didn't do is get your hands wet. Don't dry them off yet, but get your hands wet, because all this stuff's gonna stick to you if your hands are dry. So don't do that. Get your hands wet. Get in there. I didn't do the best job at mixing this batch here. At the bottom there's some oats left over. That's okay though. They pretty much will stick to the bottom of whatever you got. So I'm gonna add up all this, and then, like I said before, there's a lot of sugar if you're using like pancake syrup. If you're using like regular, I use the light pancake syrup, so there's only about 26 grams of sugar. We didn't even use a whole serving either. So I mean, basically there's a 0 sugar per ball. I mean, there's a little sugar, I guess. Okay, yeah, whatever, but that's all right. So basically there's a good amount of protein, especially if you put protein in it, like I said. A good amount of protein. And then you got basically 27 carbs. Well, we use double, so about 60 carbohydrates plus your pancake syrup is about 80 carbs. There's no carbs in the, you know, vanilla extract is vanilla extract. Nothing in there. Your flax meal. Their flax meal was about, let's see, 4 carbs. So there's basically 84, 85 carbohydrates total, and I just made 3, 6, 9. So like I said, do not be overwhelmed, because you're just gonna add it all up, all right? So basically, we got 84 carbohydrates, you know, depending on the amount. If you put any protein in here, you're also gonna get protein from the peanut butter. There's basically low fat, especially if you used natural peanut butter, then you're not gonna get any really saturated fat. The other fat is going to come, there's going to be a little fat from the oats, a little fat from your protein maybe. Basically, most of the fat is going to be coming from the flax meal. But like I said, it's not all saturated fat. It's more polysaturated fat. 4 grams of fat, 3.5 of them are polysaturated fat. So most of your fat is going to come from the peanut butter. So that's why you should look at the peanut butter, make sure that you're getting a good peanut butter that's not going to be, loaded in fat. But again, if there's only maybe 12, 14 grams of fat in your peanut butter, divide that by 9, maybe 2 grams, if that, depending on how well you spread it also. So these guys, I'm going to call them the regret-free cookie dough. Call them what you want, I guess, but regret-free, guys. You add up all your macros of all your ingredients that you put in here, not mine, and then divide it all by how many you make. So regret-free cookie dough. Enjoy them, guys. Delicious. You're gonna love them. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.